this. This is great. I didn't see any teachers. I don't think any teachers were up here. So I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for 10 years. Now I teach science. Okay. And I'm not going to go into the whole evolution or anything like that. I got a book coming out next year called Be the Solution. Now look, what you guys have to realize, okay, let's just talk about the banks for a second. You take out a loan, and what they do is they're going to say, okay, this loan's for 5 years, I'm going to make this much interest off of you. Alright, that's fine. Some people definitely need loans for houses and stuff. They take that money, they say, alright, I'm going to make $2,000 off of that guy, and when 5 years are up, they take that money right then and there. If they make it tangible, real money, then they go off and spend it. And they start, and then they trade it to one place to another place, and that money doesn't even exist. It doesn't even exist yet. Then the mortgage falls through. You can't pay your college loans, which is another bubble that's about to happen because all these people can't pay the loans, especially for all these online universities. I teach online, and I've taught in the schools for several years in very low-income districts, and those kids don't have a sense of value. They don't know where they belong, and it's so sad. I got kids coming to me in droves to online education because they're being bullied, because they don't know how to control their diet, they don't know how to eat right, they don't know how to have a sense of value because their parents are too busy fighting that they're, it's ridiculous. Divorce and not knowing how to eat and watching TV and seeing these kids they're not kids, they're like 20 years old and they're supposed to be like 14 or 15, and they get just a terrible sense of who they are. So for you guys, it's all about educating yourselves, helping each other out. I'm part of this co-op, homegrown co-op. Yeah, they're learning. Support the local farmers, support the people locally, because those people are going to be the ones you're going to be depending on possibly very soon. You got to know, grow some gardens, do these things, educate, learn how to grow food, learn how to cook, learn how to sew, find out where all these people are. It's all about educating. The skills and the value that you have in yourself is the most important. That is your currency. That you can trade with other people. I'll give you these foods if you help me do this other thing, like help me with my kids, help me with my dog, whatever, all this stuff that stresses us out. That's our currency. It's not money. Money doesn't really exist. It's just paper. You're going to find out that all these people are going to walk away from their mortgages. They're going to walk away, and those people don't even know where the mortgages are anymore. They don't know who owns it or whatever, and you're going to be like, holy crap, you know what? I can walk away from this, but I still have what's in me. I still have that sense of value, the sense of worth. And you guys, they're breaking up unions and all that because they don't want you to be social, because they know that we are a mastermind, that all of us together are smarter than them. And I watch the Enron movies and I watch all of this stuff where those people say, they're laughing. They have these poor people on the phone that are getting these interests. They're so desperate they'll pay these interest rates that are just sky high because they're so desperate. And they were on the phone, watch the Enron movie, they're laughing. They're like, I got this guy. This is just ridiculous how I got these guys. They're in debt. They're in financial debt. People are in physical debt. They're in emotional debt. They're in spiritual debt because we've outsourced our opinions, our thoughts, our ability to grow food, our ability to cook food. All of those things, we've outsourced it to everybody. Now we got to listen to Bill O'Reilly to figure out, oh, what's my opinion on this? What am I going to think about this? And that's what those people are doing. That the people you're going to find next week, they're just talking heads, and they're just going to tell you, hey, this is what I think, and it's not what they think, it's what someone else thinks. So educate yourselves, empower yourselves, because we're going to have to all depend on each other soon.